Hi guys, welcome back to the shed. Sunday afternoon, a little bit later today. Just been watching Formula 1 and Lewis Hamilton do his stuff again. Just going to be a little short video today. Over the past month, a lot of talk on YouTube, the internet, in most of the trade press magazines like Body Shop magazines. Two new guns came out, one for Devilbiss, one for Sata. Like all guns, you guys know my quest for guns. I just get them, try them, pass them on. If I like them, they stay in the cabinet and I use them as and when I can get to use them. So two guns then. Sata 5500X, available now in two different sort of setups. One they call the I setup, one they call the O setup. O setup is the normal oval pattern that the spray gun gives off, which is quite good production gun, very fast painting gun. I would say you have to be a top end sprayer painting hundreds of vehicles or hundreds of items a week to get to control that gun. It's quite a fast gun, as I say. Could be very precise. In the wrong hands, you could blame the gun and get some very bad results. It's not the gun, you just have to be a really good painter to use it, so it does take a little bit of effort to try. I'd like myself a gun that's slower to use, little bit more of an error, judgment error we'll say, if you're painting towards the ends of panels, door handles, and smaller items. There's a lot of complex curves. With a 5000, standard 5000, you could very easily get some runs. It's very hard to control, for me anyway, personally, and I think a lot of guys out there have mentioned the same. This is why for a top coat gun I went to the WS400, the Iwata. Big spray pattern, you'll say like the I shape pattern from the fan. I think Sata have appreciated that not everybody is a fast painter out there. A lot of guys would want more control than the speed of the gun. I think the speed of the gun was more for sort of insurance sort of body workshops where they're putting through 20-30 jobs a day through a booth to make it actually physically pay. But people that want to do sort of restorations, high-end quality sort of work where time isn't really of an issue, the Iwata is killing sort of top coat finishes, clear coat finishes. So Sata's brought out the 5500X. I've got mine in the I pattern. You can get it in the standard O pattern if you want, but I've chose this because I love Sata guns, but I want the spraying speed and a gun that's as precise as the W400, or WS400 I should say. So I bought this in a 1.2 because, as we know, Satas don't measure their fluid tips in millimeters. It says 1.2 or says 1,2. That's about equivalent to a 1.3, 1.4, somewhere around those lines. So I've ordered it in 1.2. I've ordered the air cap in the X500, where are we? Yeah, just the standard air cap that comes with it, the X, but the I pattern. Nice gun when it turned out, nice and precise as you'd think of all Satas. Nice new finish, digital gauge, very accurate, swivel fitting on the end, all these controls, absolutely like the 5000, they really fit to the hand nice. You can adjust them really easy, even when you're wearing your spraying gloves. All these controls, your fingers don't slip off, you can make minuscule type adjustments, all fine. They have gone to, it looks like a plastic type outer ring on the air cap, with the conventional brass on the inside, which is great. Brass fittings are really good. This gun will be, it's in an RP blue ring, so this would be my clear coat gun with the eye pattern. So once again, nice gun. The Devilbiss then launched sort of about the same week. They were advertised the same week in the Body Shop magazine. New DV1, once again going for the digital one. Nice gun to feel. A lot of people have said that they do miss the engraving on the side of the gun for Devilbiss, which has been, as ever, I can't ever remember Devilbiss not having a gun with a big etching down the side. To me, at the moment, there's a lot of fake guns out there. If they don't do personalised things like etching their name in the side, where you can actually get some sort of picture of the letters, the fonts, the spacings, all those things. It's one more thing to identify a good gun from a fake gun. This little bit of a screen print saying DV1 on the back, I don't think is going to do the trick. So I can see this gun, very easy to copy. I think that's one thing they're going to overlook there. These also have gone to the plastic air cap ring, which is fine. In my other Devilbiss guns, the GTI Pro lights, the plastic rings, they hold up good to solvent. Same as the baffle underneath the fluid tip there, that's all plastic. Or I say plastic, it's a high-tech material. It's not really plastic, but that holds up good. This one, as I say, they're calling it the HVLP, but the plus, if you look at the size of the holes in the plus, you can see that. It's more like a conventional Trans-Tech air cap. So I've not ever been a very big fan of HVLP. Going to be very, very close to your panels of paint. When you've got a spraying mask on and breathing apparatus and everything else that goes on, I think 80% of it you just use the force to paint with. You don't actually see what's going on nicely. So just getting a little bit of distance from the vehicle so you can see what's going on. Trans-Tech air caps a little bit better for me. One thing I did notice before I started to come sort of online, these are the two air caps side by side. I hope you can see them both. I'll wander them about a little bit. The size of the holes, the size of the tip, the formation of the holes and tip are all quite the same. So this being an RP, this being a HVLP plus, I think they're all around the same sort of area of being like Trans-Tech, sort of RPs. They're all sort of about the same. As I say, the DV1, that's actually been bought as the new base coat gun. We're assuming, other people have made comment on the internet, that there might be a DV2 coming out shortly, which would possibly be a clear coat gun. So why there's a delay in launching them both together, because it'll only be an air cap change. It won't be a huge amount of difference inside the gun. But why there's a delay, I don't know. You'd think they'd launch them both the same. So there we have it. It's only a quick one. The only thing I will say, about the same sort of cost wise. You're not going to get a lot of change out of sort of £600 per gun. They're that sort of range now. The Sata comes with RPS cups as standard now in the box. They don't actually come with a hard pot anymore, so you guys out there that like a hard pot, that just want to do a quick job and don't want to use expensive liners, you'll have to go and buy yourself another pot. Conventional fitting, so there's nothing special. It fits on exactly the same as the original. The Devilbiss, you do get a pot with it in the box. It now comes, if I can get it away, quite a little bit different to see. Just come out. There we go. Comes out as a black plastic pot now. Exactly the same as the ordinary ones, but black in colour. There's a downside in my mind to that. When you're painting a job, how often are you looking in your pot to make sure that you've got enough paint left in the pot to finish the job? If it's black like that, you've actually got to stop, open the lid, look inside. So not really keen on that, so that won't be used. I should go back to a clear plastic one and I can monitor my paint a little bit easy. That's it then really, guys. Just a quick sort of opening. Hadn't had time to do any more painting videos or whatever at the moment. So hope this will keep you going. I shall be using these, try them out, tell you how I get on, and give you some feedback. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again shortly.